Hello and welcome to another episode of Toya Talks Wrestling. Yes, it has been a while. A couple of weeks, right? Damn near a month since I've done one of these. I'll be honest with you guys, not been feeling good, not been the best of health. I'm getting there though. Getting a little bit better, so hopefully, I'll be doing more of these now that I got my things situated, or going to get it situated, I should say. Anyways, like I said I would be back by July to talk about Evolution. I talked about that yesterday with Tim. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Saturday night's main event, which I believe is the 40th year of Saturday night's main event, and obviously it's just Saturday, and it only has 3 matches, which I'm really strange about. I don't know if they're gonna add a match tonight on SmackDown. I would imagine they could. You have the beef between Ron Killings, R-Truth, and Aleister Black. Also with Damian Priest as well. You could probably have something there. The tag team, one of the tag teams probably could have a match tonight. Who knows? Another tag team they could do, probably Jimmy and Jacob versus someone from Solo's family tree, I guess. I don't know what could possibly be done or what they could add. Also, there could be some shenanigans on this show as well. Well, we'll get into that right now, actually. Well, not right now, but we'll get to it. We'll get to some shenanigans that could happen. But let's talk about the 3 matches that we do have. We have Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. So last week on SmackDown, Drew McIntyre came back. Unfortunately, he came back on a pre-taped show because last week was 4th of July, and WWE has been giving the wrestlers the day off, so they pre-tape the show on Monday or Tuesday or whatever, so they can celebrate the holidays with their family and friends. But I don't have a problem with that. I think that's great. But unfortunately, Drew McIntyre came back on a pre-taped show where he should have came back on a live show. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, the reason why we have this match is basically he came out when Randy Orton was talking to Cody Rhodes, basically saying, hey, because they're talking about the whole King of the Ring, because Cody Rhodes beat Randy Orton by using the turnbuckle that Randy Orton unhooked and everything else. And Randy Orton's like, look, you beat me, I hesitated, you beat me, go after John Cena, get John Cena, blah 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 blah. And basically you had Drew McIntyre come out, it's like, oh please, give me a break, right? And everything else, and basically told Randy Orton that he was soft and all this other stuff. And eventually he goes and talks to Cody, and then he turns around and he gets RKO'd, and Drew McIntyre's like, I want a match. And Nick Aldis is like, okay, no problem, get a match. So this is why we're pretty much here. I think in this case, because Drew McIntyre just came back, he's probably going to beat Randy Orton at SmackDown, which I have no problem with. Honestly, I think it'd be a good idea for Drew to beat Randy and then this goes on to SummerSlam. Because as of right now, none of these two have anything to do at SummerSlam. So it would be best for both of them to just have this feud until SummerSlam. So they have something to do. I think it's both going to be a very good fight. I think these two could have very good feuds, and whatever happens after SummerSlam, we'll talk about it. But Yeah, I'm going with Drew McIntyre to beat Randy Orton, and I think Randy Orton can afford the a loss. I don't think Drew can. Anyways, we got the next match. We have is Seth Rollins versus LA Knight. So the reason why we have this match, other than the whole thing about like Money in the Bank, LA Knight has been pretty much attacking Seth Rollins' group and Seth Rollins himself. With Seth Rollins' group, they don't have a name yet. I don't know if they're like fishing from names from the audience or stuff like that, because I heard sometimes they be throwing out names and stuff like that, and I don't know, they're like waiting for like the audience to be like cheer them or anything like that, but not like, oh, should we call ourselves, but you know, kind of like they're talking and they're like throwing names out, like if like the name is gonna catch our eye at the audience. I don't know, but we'll see. I haven't a name yet. Anyway, so LA Knight was like a couple of weeks ago attacked Seth Rollins as well as CM Punk, and CM Punk was like, look, I know you have your beef with Seth Rollins, but you're gonna have to wait in line. He's like, no, you're gonna have to wait in line because I already have a match with him on Saturday Night's Main Event. So we have a SmackDown guy going after a Raw guy, which, by the way, I think they should have moved LA Knight to Raw immediately, but like do a trade or something, or that open freaking window or whatever they need to do. But yeah, I think he shouldn't be over there. That's just my opinion. I can see I can see why they would want to have Seth win, because they want to make him strong, dominant, his faction dominant, so it would make a lot of sense for him to win. However, on Monday, this past Monday, there was a mention of Roman Reigns. Now, sometimes that don't mean anything, sometimes it do. With a grain of salt, I'm thinking that maybe Roman Reigns comes back. Now, does he come back for this match? Probably not. Probably not. But he could, right? Either he can come back, or CM Punk could be an interference in this match, where he causes Rollins to lose and LA Knight to win, which later on it might be beneficial for LA Knight to beat Seth Rollins, only because it's like, I can't really explain why right now, but I'll kind of try, but only because, so I can see Seth winning because of the dominance, and I can see LA Knight winning because of maybe a distraction and stuff like that. But let's just say like LA Knight wins. Let's just say that. Let's give it to LA Knight. Say he wins. We have another match, which is for the WWE the World Heavyweight title. Gunther is going to defend his belt against Goldberg. Again, why, I don't know, but he is. And apparently it's in Goldberg's, like, you know, hometown, not his real hometown, but where he put football at hometown. And I can possibly see, like, there's like a scary thought that they could give it to Goldberg, because apparently it's his last match. And well, I'm like, if it's his last match, why is he going for the, never mind, you know what, just forget it, let's just move on. It's his last match. I could see him possibly getting it, maybe. It's like a really scary thought. Because if it's just gonna be Gunther beating Goldberg clean, like, who cares? Boring. Where's the shock? Where's the awe? Right? It is the 40th anniversary of Saturday Night's Main Event. They could shock it all up by having Goldberg win, and then having Seth Rollins come in and cash in and get the title off of Goldberg. Or what I suggest, or what I think they should do, is like say Seth Rollins loses at with LA Knight. Seth Rollins goes, I'm not leaving wherever they're fucking going to be at at Saturday Night's Main Event, or Georgia. I'm not going to leave Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, empty-handed. I'm going to go ahead and make this a triple threat match. So now it's a triple threat match between Gunther, Goldberg, and Seth Rollins. So triple threat match, no disqualifications. You can do whatever the fucking want. Have fucking Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed pretty much clean house. Have to not make Gunther look bad, have Seth Rollins pin Goldberg, because it ain't gonna matter, and have him win the championship, right? This way, you know, it's like Goldberg don't look bad because he got fucking jumped by like two monster trucks, right? And Gunther don't look bad, same thing. And Seth Rollins comes out with the win. Or we can do this. Seth Rollins is about to cash in, but instead we have Roman Reigns come out. Maybe Roman and Punk come out and try to stop Seth from cashing in and everything else. From all this other stuff, like, okay, the ref gets stopped, you know, whatever, the ref gets knocked out or some shit like that. I don't know, but Roman Reigns comes in and stops Seth from pretty much cashing in and causes a distraction for Goldberg, and Gunther, you know, he somehow puts him in the sleeper or whatever Gunther's move is, and he gets the win. So again, does not make Goldberg look bad. Gunther still keeps the title and everything else, and now we have something between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Hopefully that could happen during SummerSlam, or you could have CM Punk and Roman Reigns go out there and have something again and stop them, and maybe you'll have like that fucking tag team. Or you can have a 6-man, because maybe LA Knight comes back and helps Roman and Punk as well. So then we have like a 6-man tag with Rollins, Punk, and Knight versus Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, and Seth Rollins. I don't know. There's like so many things that could happen. You know, there's so many scenarios I like had it in my head. I'm like, my brain was like frying like an egg, because by the time I come up with anything that could have happened, because there's so many stuff that could happen here, right? The whole mentioning of Roman Reigns, I'm like, okay, because I know Roman Reigns is probably going to come back by SummerSlam. He did last time, right? But if he comes back before SummerSlam, we can have something like that, to where, like, I don't really know what they would do with like CM Punk or LA Knight. I don't know. If I could see maybe CM Punk going after Gunther, because they had their little squabble on Monday night as well for the title and stuff like that, and you know, Rollins interfering with that. If they have that at SummerSlam, again, I don't really know what is going to happen. So all of this is just in speculations, and in theory, I have no idea. But like I said, the name drop from Paul Heyman this Monday about Roman Reigns kind of got me like, okay, he has to be coming back. I don't know if he's gonna come back on tomorrow on Saturday or what, but Seth needs something to do. Punk needs something to do. Gunther needs something to do. LA Knight needs something to do. Like, all these people need something to do at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is like 2 nights, by the way, guys. But if you don't remember, it's 2 nights. So that's like a lot of matches in between those 2 nights. So it's kind of like, what are they gonna do? What is planned? I don't even know. I don't even think they have any matches planned out yet, as far as I know. Well, except for the championships between Jade and Tiffany and Cody and John. But other than that, there is no matches, as far as I know, planned. and like I believe it's like in a couple of weeks. I think it's like in 3 weeks or some shit like that. I don't know. Also, there's a lot of wrestling. There's a lot of wrestling this weekend because they got the Great American Bash from WWE for the NXT guys, and then they got Saturday Night's Main Event later on that night, and then the next day they got fucking Evolution, and then AEW has their All In on Saturday. So much fucking wrestling. So much fucking wrestling. But I'm not sure about who is going. I'm just gonna go ahead and say for right now that Gunther is probably gonna keep his title. But I would not be surprised if Seth cashes in and goes in and wins the title, so that nobody in this match looks bad and Goldberg still could look strong and everything else. All but my last like pick is Goldberg, if they actually give it to him, and then Seth Rollins cashes in. I hope they don't do that to Gunther. I really hope they don't just do that to Gunther. That'd be freaking terrible. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.